We're over here tapping in with KWJT, Puget Sound from space. I'm over here with Corey. You're tapping in with Tavares and sliding with Solana. All right, KWJT, man. Whole lot of gang shit. I don't mean to yell in your ears. Here's some nice, smooth talking Siva for you. I like to start the show off with a whole lot of love. Thank you for all the groovers who tapped in this week for our recent drops. Shout out to Manzano Bros and Cameron. We truly appreciate y'all for coming through to the podcast and spreading that game. Two, we love to shout out Tranquil Forest for always supporting us on the podcast, supplying us with the finest strains in the city, and just supporting the platform. So thank you guys at home. And without a further ado, man, let me introduce this week's guest, man. We got motherfucking Vinnie up in the building,
Come
man.
On. What's good? Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, yes.
I'm so fucking excited.
This is going to be a really good one because, one, you have
the best
great
guests
energy.
you guys have had already.
Hey, yeah. Early.
You stamped it.
You guys heard this within episode, getting close to 100, you feel me? So
it's like 98.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all got to save me for the 100.
Come on.
I'll see you guys later.
No, it's been a long road. It's been awesome. We've been getting tremendous support from listeners and viewers. So, if I could, before we do start the nitty gritty, y'all, thank you, groovers at home, for spreading the love, spreading that groove love, and then please continue to tell a friend about us. We're getting guests on. If you have someone that you want on and you want to see that's been making waves over here in the Pacific Northwest, please send them our way. Mouthful of chips, boy. Ooh, good ASMR. Go real quick, brother. Real quick. Go ahead.
You have to. Just quick.
Crunch.
Wow.
That was actually amazing crunches.
Someone might get off to that.
Don't.
Do.
Brother, how are you doing today? How are we doing?
I'm excellent. I'm having a great day. Saturday. You want me to roll through my day?
Real quick, if you'd love to.
Woke up, hit the gym.
Yes.
Quick pump.
Ooh.
Had to look good for you guys.
Come on.
To get, just a little pump. Linked up with the homies. Ate a crazy hot chicken sandwich. Ate some Pepto.
Chilling.
Cool the guts down.
Come on.
Threw a baseball. Came here.
Yes.
Ate another Pepto. Here we are.
Come on.
Full day for me.
I was all right. Now that I'm not eating anymore, I always like to start with the past and like what got you into music, but I really want to know what makes you so outgoing, and were you always so outgoing? Because
that's sick. I
feel like a lot of your visuals, even your cover art, how you express yourself on Instagram is very like, I do this. Like you present yourself very like confidently.
That's sick.
Have you always been so confident?
For the most part, yeah. I think when I was little, I had two older brothers that would have friends over. Like, I would always be talking to them. I would always be talking to my parents' friends. I was, like, always getting in trouble in school for talking too much. I just, like, am a very social person.
Yeah.
I think there was a stint when I was, like, in an angsty period. I was probably less outgoing. But I was probably still nice to everyone but, like, the people at home. Like, I was a dick to my parents for a spell.
Yeah.
It was whatever. They got a little divorce, get a little teenage angst in
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But, I don't know. I just love talking to people, and I like to be genuine, and I just genuinely enjoy talking to people, so I feel like I don't even think about it. But I do appreciate that you said that, like, my cover art and, like, on social medias I appear outgoing, because I feel like a big part of my brand should be, like, who I am as a person.
Yeah.
I feel like, that's the goal of it. I'm just, like, I feel like people have told me I got a good personality, and I struggled trying to, like, show that off.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing it well, if you guys say so.
No, I feel like even scrolling back, you always had like a set. Even as I was like looking as like your style went through different like phases and things like that. I feel like you've always, even not knowing you, just literally through visual like photos, a sense of like ownership of you.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like you've always owned the spaces that you were in. Even I'd scroll back, it was like Numos, but it's like it's one of those moments. It's not of the crowd. It's you like absorbing the crowd or having that moment exchange. Right. So I feel like even those moments show like how you express or like how it's like, yeah, it's about me, but it's also like I can keep this like focus and keep this conversation going.
I feel like, yeah, man, totally. You hit it right on the nose, like what I'm going for yourself. So I'm glad it's translating well.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I like that, dude. That makes me happy.
Oh, yeah. But what is the humble beginnings of like getting into music and just finding that avenue of just like songs?
My oldest brother, Chris, he used to rap. He's 12 years older than me. Ryan's 6 years older than me.
Oh. So
he used to rap and like make beats, and he was like DJing back in the day. So I was like always around that. I was always like, that's sick. They used to watch hella battle rap, like YouTube videos, and I was like always wanted to do whatever they were doing, so I would watch too when I was younger. And then they used to like record themselves like battling each other back and forth, and they always used to make me go upstairs in the attic and like they'd write verses and they'd be like, record this when I was like 6, like super little.
Diss him.
Yeah, exactly. They just write crazy shit about each other and make like their 6-year-old brother say it. So that was fun. That's like a super core memory. And then I think just mostly obviously watching Ryan do his thing. Yeah. It's like I'm like, oh, my older brother is like the coolest person in the world to me, like no matter what he's doing. And just watching him do that, I feel like it made it feel more attainable to me. And then I think when I was in like 8th grade, I would like freestyle a lot. I was like, oh yeah, that's sick. I can naturally I have like a natural inclination to do that. Yeah. And then high school, I started recording like SoundCloud era, like drug cloud rap. Yeah. And I was in this like little clique that had some like clout on the internet for a little bit. I was doing my thing there, and then I was like, I don't do drugs, so why am I doing this? And then I started writing like a little bit more like meaningful songs that wasn't about like eating Xanax. And then I went to Jake's house, who's my producer now, with my brother when he was making something for him, because he used to produce for Ryan. Yeah. And also I would go to like sessions with Ryan. I'd go to like Ruby Room with Ryan or hit like Undercast when he was going and recording shit. So I was just like around. I'd meet people. And then I went to Jake's, and I think I wanted to like start DJing or something. I was like already DJing at like parties in high school, or like I DJed at like a couple frats when I was like 16. It's like random shit like that. And I was like, oh, Jake's lit. He DJs. Like, you think you can show me what's up? And he's like, yeah, come through. And then I like played a song for him basically. And he was like, I would love to hear your voice without like auto tune up 1,000% or like your retune speed at 0. So you sound like a robot. Like you should come through and record something. And then I had one song that I was like, this one's a fucking hit. I was like, you know, it's like the first good song I wrote. Yeah. And then I brought it to Jake, and we got cracking on it, and the rest is history. Me and Jake just went crazy since then. Yeah. Jake sees something in me that I now see, but for a while I didn't. But Jake always saw it enough for the both of us, and he was like, "You're finna do this." Like, so now me and Jake are just like stuck like glue.
That's an amazing. That's like an amazing. Do they have claps for?
Say less, brother.
Say less. I can't hear him, so
it's okay.
They go crazy.
Big claps. Big claps.
Yes. I was just gonna say that's amazing to have like someone that musically like feels that before you can sense it in yourself, and even like he didn't go, I hate this song. He's like, I want to hear what you have to say.
Right.
Where
exactly.
Most people, I feel like go, yeah, I hate this, and it kind of destroys
and like,
the relationship.
Dude, like first, what's it called? First impression is like everything. Like, he could have been like, wow, this sucks. Yeah. But he's heard something he liked, and I'm very fortunate. And I'm so fortunate I had my older brothers to like follow through, and I'm so lucky that I get to like watch Ryan do his thing, so I'm not just like so green in the music industry. Like I always have this knowledge and like it upper hand at everything because I got to watch my older brother take like the same steps, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like, I guess, a sense of obligation to walk through some of the same doors, but try to figure it out by yourself? And
Ryan makes an effort to like not be handing me shit, and also I don't want him to. I mean, there's obviously like, I'm like, man, I wish blah blah blah, but like realistically, I watched him work so fucking hard and like eat on his own. Yeah, I want the same feeling. I know it wouldn't feel good to hit like the next step and the next step knowing that it was like handed to me. Yeah. So if anything, I just feel like obligated to just work as hard as he did. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like just like literally taking similar steps just like wouldn't even be effective because we came up in such different eras. Because Ryan came up in like right before the internet like blog rap shit was happening, so he was like outside of shows selling tickets to his next shit, pushing CDs type shit. Yeah, exactly. And then he like had to transition, which is so admirable that he was able to like switch like that and be like fucking on the internet shit like quickly, getting write-ups and blogs and shit. So yeah, I mean, now it's like I'm trying to navigate what the fuck to do, like use TikTok, I guess, but I got no, we're figuring it out. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I feel super grateful that I've like had that to follow behind, you know?
We were talking about it before we started recording, but you grew up in Lakecity. And
Lakecity, dude. Yeah, I grew up like Lakecity, Northgate area. Just all of North Seattle. We always love to break down, you know, people's experiences. So I wanted to ask you, like, how was it for you to grow within the music scene out there? Was there one at the time of your development? Not that I was like that I had any involvement with, because everything I've made has been like pretty different to what I'm around. Like out of Lakecity, there's definitely dudes doing their thing. I know like Militia Molly Mob dudes were from Lakecity, but they're like older than my brothers, and like there has, and like in North Seattle there's like a couple groups. There's like groups that I'm closer to now, like 49th Parallel. They're like kids from Roosevelt, and we never made anything together, but like as of this year I started hanging out with them, and they're like my closest friends now. I'm like, you guys are fucking sick. We should have done this a while ago. But yeah, nothing like, I was not making music with anyone. There's just like, it was a lot of like white kids that would make like joke raps about like going to parties and like Spoadies and shit, but nothing serious. But I mean, obviously like the environment I was in shaped my music to some sort, and like my experiences growing up in there. Yeah. So you're definitely in the golden era of the Spoadie life. Don't get me started on the Spoadie life. We just went to a spot. I was at the park throwing the ball around at like the super Spoadie spot. Yeah. And I was like, it was like traumatic being there. I was like, dude, I was on such bullshit here. There's like, man, Woodland, crazy. Upper Woodland, that was on Demon Time. Dude. I remember going to like the... Oh, yeah, we're like the same age, so you know it too. Yeah. Spoadies were like fucking crazy, amazing. Bro. The middle ground was 520 for everyone. Yeah, Foster. Foster. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Foster, that little island. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I was a rock spot man myself. Oh, rock spot, bro. You know what's crazy? I definitely feel like I might have seen you at one of these places. Wait, because rock spot was definitely something we frequent around that time. And we're like only 2 years older than Vinnie. Like, really? Yeah. I thought you were older than us. Really? Yeah. People say, dude, I lost the beard. You know, us brown boys. Dude, I lost a rock paper scissors. Me and the homies will play like rock paper scissors. If you lose, you have to post them on your Instagram story. Yeah. And I lost, and I had to post who's mobile with bottles hit me on my Instagram story. Someone swiped up and said, "Bro, aren't you like 30?" I was like, "Damn, I'm too old for this, but I'm not 30. Come on." I feel like there had to have been, bro. You know, VJ. Man, that time I definitely didn't know names because dude, I was gonna say this was before creative Corey and Tavares. This was Spoadie. Corey and Tavares. This stoner like Corey and Tavares. Stoner. We are the smokers. Yeah, so we pulled up to every spot with the weed. Yes. I was pulling up with the alcohol and like getting belligerent. I was like way more like reckless and left a bad taste in everyone's mouth about me, dude. Dude. But that was a classic. That's a classic Seattle scene, right? I'm so glad you guys know what's up about Spoadie or Washington scene. Spoadie's right. Like, I feel like that's our culture. Yeah, but like that is Seattle era culture. Needs like, I feel like it needs real documentation because like that. All I got is Snapchat memories, bro. Exactly. You know who could really? I mean, they touched on it, but Andrew from Channel 5. Dude, Trek God. Yeah, bro. Trek God, bro. Trek God. If you know Andrew by Trek God, you know what's up. That means you was outside with literally, everyone. I have a crazy memory. I had a Spoadie at Woodland, and it was not popping, and Trek God did pull up, as he should, and then people were starting to pull up, and he was like chasing people down, making them buy cups. I was like, wow, you're a real one for that, dude. That's crazy. He didn't even want to help me. He just wanted the Spoadie to be cracked. Exactly. Honestly, trying to tee up. I'm here. Yeah. You're coming. You're here. Let's buy a fucking cup. Exactly. Let's box. And it truly is a testament to like what was going on at the time, because like
track guy Andrew was good everywhere.
Literally,
like he would be throwing Spoadies in the CD somewhere in the cut, you know,
chilling. And like, if you don't know what he looks like, paint the picture of what Andrew looks like throwing a Spoadie in the CD, dude.
He's a scrawny.
But before the curls, he was rocking the fade.
The fade.
Dude,
so
fade.
He had the fade.
Bro, he looked crazier than he does today. Like
backpack full of fifths and spray paint cans. He was him, bro. Still is.
Like, that's like he's one of the I feel like the most Washington greatest story. Like I feel like more people should have
doing his Dougie too,
bro.
That shit makes me so happy, bro.
And to know he was like a part of, he was like everyone has like a memory of him either like painting Spoadies or just like went to school with him or just like from kids and just to like him to be in like those ecosystems and be like, oh, I'm gonna bring this energy to the world. Right, is really crazy because I feel like
and like inspirational.
Facts.
I'm like, hey, Trigger is just another Spoadie man.
Exactly.
He can get it popping. We could get it popping for sure.
It all starts from somewhere.
Dude, I didn't remember what you were talking about. The Spoadie got me fired up.
No.
Like, oh, shit.
I guess you were taking us through the...
North Seattle. We were talking about, you know, how you grew up. But I feel like it's a huge part of...
shit.
Spoadies is like... That Spoadie ecosystem I don't think will ever exist anymore just because so many spots are gone and I don't know how the kids are dealing with COVID, but
yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they said fuck a party,
literally, dude. Yeah,
but like that Spoadie era of just like to see so many creative kids today. All just meet up on 520, like after like at 4 p.m. and just be like
after
drunk
school,
as
just
shit.
Go get like fucking blacked out like 20 minutes
drunk as shit, and then have to run from the police.
Right,
and just like
inevitable.
Scattered.
That's crazy too. It's like that's when the Spoadie ended. Like when cops pull up,
exactly. Or you see too many parents, like kids start getting kicked out. You're like,
there was kids with police scanners for the parties, y'all.
Crazy.
Guys,
crazy.
Groovers at home. I know the Groovers that were at the Spoadies, they know what's good. Dude. But the Groovers who don't know about
shout out to those kids.
The Spoadies.
Shout out to a Groover who was at a Spoadie.
Exactly.
You know, you could be at one right now listening to the Groovy Tapes podcast and you'd be like, bro, I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
Bro, I've seen so many people get knocked out. The Spoadie energy was so
fighting
amazing.
at Spoadies? That's what I was on. I was trying to fight.
Oh, you were the boxer?
No, I was trying to like...
Oh, you were right.
I was instigating, and then I was like, which white kid wants to fight? Exactly. Because I'm blacked out. I'm like, who wants to say something?
Who wants to smoke?
I was hella big at the time, too, and I was just like ready. That was my angsty era.
Yeah.
That's when my parents were like, might be shitty when he grows up. Dude, crazy fucking time. But yeah, growing up in North Seattle was sick.
Did it ever, you know, being from an area that from the outside looking in from your peers or, you know, black, brown people in general, did you ever feel displaced being out in an area that is known as more predominantly white, or
no?
Did it ever affect you?
Because to be honest, I'm like, as you said earlier, I'm like outgoing. Like I was friends with so many people at the time. I felt like I didn't really like start noticing shit like just like weird looks from the white homies' parents and shit until like recently. So I don't really know what was going on. I was just like on the same shit, basically just like going around just being myself. And like I didn't even really think about it because I feel like I can just like find somewhere to fit in anywhere, which I kind of think is cool too. Because like going to Ingram High School in particular, it's like it was a weird ass melting pot of kids because I don't know how the zoning works, but it's like there's like
Ingram for sure,
dude. So we and it had, but also the really weird part, it had like the IBX program, which is like the only school around that has it, except for like maybe Franklin, and it's like so prestigious and can get you into damn near any college. So there's like very smart kids, and then there's like
you talking about the International Baccalaureate?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a candidate for that because I took.
Bro, me too.
Come on, I was like,
bro, did you get your diploma?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Me neither.
No, sir.
I didn't even pass my IB test.
Shit, dude. I took like one class and I was like, what am I trying to prove? I took one. I was like failing. I had like D's in my normal classes and I was like, it's time for IBX history. And I took it and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is insane. So cut that. But I can put it on job application or resume.
Oh, fine.
Like, yeah, I was a candidate for this.
You know?
And they're like, what is this? And I was like, I took one history class for a quarter.
I was a smart kid,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, so no, it was cool though. And I think growing up in Ingram is cool, and it like I think it definitely contributes to the fact that I am like outgoing and can talk to whoever.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was friends with everyone. Like, all my friends came from like such different backgrounds. Like I was friends with the IBX kids because I had that class with them, and I'm like friends with the hood dudes because I was out doing bad shit. And then I'm like, my best friend is just like a white dude that is now a teacher. It's like, you know what I mean?
So
it's
you
like
had all spectrums,
right? Exactly. Which is also on the other side of that coin. I didn't until recently find like, I mean, excluding a good handful of people, I didn't really feel like I felt like I was good with all of them, but I didn't feel like at home with any group of them. You know what I mean? Which is like the downside of being able to blend in everywhere. It's like, I don't know, it takes a lot of internal work to be like, where do I like belong per se, or like who do I actually fit in with?
Like I like certain things about you, but I never
about like everyone. But it's like, it's all about perspective. That could be a great thing or a bad thing. Yeah. So right now I'll look at it like a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Let's pivot, because I'm definitely not going to be a professor at my local university.
Never mind.
And then it went for like 2 years straight. Fuck you, dumb. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, I was screaming. Still. I was screaming outside of universities.
You should have been
when I was lit. When I didn't have no direction, I would be.
We go to like parties.
Be passing.
Yes.
Down Greek Road.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, definitely down Greek Road, because we couldn't get into none of the parties.
Oh yeah, they were honestly, fuck you, Dub.
Weird dick munchers that were trying to prey on all the girls.
Dude,
you can keep that too, Quay. Yeah.
Dude, you know who knows my Spoadie era so well? Travis. Travis, because I would go to the studio with my brother and where we'd be at Ruby Room, whatever, and Travis would be like, I don't remember exactly. I swear he was like, "What the fuck is a Spoadie?" And I was like, "Brother, you don't know what's good." And I'd always come and tell him some like wild stories that he's like, "What the fuck are you guys on, dude?" Bruh. And him and Jordan and Kyoki would make so much fun of me all the time. They'd like, Travis would Snapchat me and be like, "I'm at a Spoadie, bro," like all the time making fun of me.
Nah, bro.
Corey took me to my first Spoadie. Corey and our brother Tone.
So there was. So I'm just gonna tell a backstory to this. So.
Please, because I need my truths explained.
So freshman, before Tavares ever got to go to a Spoadie, he went to Rainier Beach, and everything's in the north. I went to Nova, and Tone went to Franklin. So
it was Nova.
I mean, it's great. I didn't graduate, but it's cool.
It was cool though.
It was cool though. So the homie would come get me because my school's closest. Roosevelt's right there. Right. Everything is right there from my school. And Tavares would he'd be in IBM, so he'd be like, I can't leave
He's
school.
in the books.
Yeah, I can't leave school until school is over.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
I would hit some bottles first and Safeway.
Bro, I had 7 periods, so they had to deal with
you have to take an extra period.
She hit us at 4, bro, what we on? I'm like, bro, we're in the North End.
Blacked out.
We are
drunk as shit.
Drunk as hell every time.
Drunk it and just come back and tell him. So there's this one day he cut early, came to meet us.
This is 3 months.
Yes.
3 months.
This is a year. This is
this is a good year, bro.
All of freshman year, half of sophomore year, never hit a Spoadie. He was just like, it's springtime. I'm outside. So I remember bringing him, and he was like, "Oh, this is what motherfuckers be on on 520 right now. We on a bridge.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Drunk as shit.
Where are we walking?
It changed my life.
The walk to Foster.
The walk to Foster.
Your first walk to Foster. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Where are you bringing me?
Overpass.
Right. It's like a good 20 minutes.
But the more you see kids, you're like, all right, we're going the right way, and then you start hearing shit. And you're like, all right,
shit, and then you it's like. Hell,
it just
opens.
Like,
what the fuck? That's crazy.
Hundreds.
Dude.
And I remember just having to tell Tavares, we're not buying cups. So whoever we know here, we're gonna go grab their cups, or we're gonna hey, go buy the cup thing, get you 2, and then we're gonna try to finesse it.
Were y'all throwing Spoadies?
No, never threw a Spoadie. We weren't.
We were the stoners, brother. When I tell you, this Kush thing then took over our life.
It's been a long time. Everywhere.
This was our identity. If we weren't leaving out the crib for a dub sack or an eighth, you weren't catching us outside.
We were not outside the crib.
Nah,
to be honest.
Is that true for what?
I mean, I wouldn't go outside to places without weed, because I didn't drink crazy until after high school and all that shit. So I was like,
nice to have something to do with your hands also.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, he danced. I don't really dance. So I'm like, I need a reason to go outside or I'm in the crib.
Right.
Or, hey.
Also, if we were truthful about where we were from, it was over. We're not getting tapped in.
I always just reference the school, and then Tavares would just be like, "Yeah, I go to Nova too."
Yeah, I also go to Nova or Roosevelt.
Nova's the shit.
Up here. I go to school up here.
You hear me all loud in the cut, getting drunk and going, being hella ratchet.
And they're like,
they're like.
Also, you don't look like anyone at any of these functions.
Yeah, they're like,
what is this? Where are you from?
So
Throwing Spoadies was lucrative. I'll tell you what. I bought a lot of pairs of sneakers off Throwing Spoadies. Dude, crazy.
One time, just before we leave the Spoadie talk,
no, this is the end of the episode. We got to my identity. They know everything they need to know about me.
There's one time we had to save a kid. We used to roll with this kid who had, I don't know if he was mentally challenged or he was just like hella hella eccentric, I think it's
eccentric.
Yeah.
Eccentric.
But there's one time we're at a Spoadie drunk as shit and we're like, it's getting dark and it's like people are starting to leave and it's like, oh, we gotta find bro. You know, he a little off, so we gotta like make sure we just don't leave him in the Spoadie. My bro Tone is like searching, he's like, hey, we come running over him and this he finds this white chick and they're under a bush. He's like, bro, I'm about to lose my virginity. I was like, bro, it's fucked up now because now having this conversation, we definitely cockblocked the
interrupted bro's nut.
Yeah, but like also bro was slow and I know bro had no rubber, so it was like
yeah, you also could have saved the situation that might have been faulty.
No, because he was like, he was one of those where he like leave it all in the yard. So it was like
right.
So I feel like though like the Spoadie era was just multiplied by like random events like that, but like. If you're watching this, I only said this. If you're watching this, I'm sorry for cockblocking you that one day. I hope you and that girl still like.
I hope you guys ended up having sex.
Maybe with child.
Could be with child.
Whoa.
Could have been with child.
Could be married.
Why are you wishing babies on there?
Could be married.
I've been thinking about
if you fell in love at a Spoadie, that's a Seattle love story for you.
My dude.
Because I fell in love with a few girls over at a Spoadie before. I was ready to.
I just got out of a long-term relationship with a girl that when I was 16, I fell in love with at a Spoadie.
Good Lord.
And then it crazy.
Good Lord. 206 Romeo Juliet.
206 romance. Didn't work out though, so maybe Spoadie love isn't the one. I do know some power couples that met at the Spoadie though, so
it's in the air.
Who's to say?
I mean, if you been to a Spoadie, you know how to party. I wanted to touch more on
more Spoadie talk.
Not because I feel like I'm gonna move on. I want to touch more on just your creative process and what attracts you to pop music so much. And then we were talking about how you rap as well. Like most artists that we've had on, most people that we've interviewed are either hip hop or R&B, but I feel like you trace like pop star status and fit the role very well just by your energy. That's so like what made that lane so much more like realistic for you?
I guess when I first started recording music, like with the SoundCloud dudes, it was all super melodic. So I just got like in the swing of writing melodic shit. And when I was first like freestyling, obviously I'm like trying to say bars, but then no, I'm straight. Thank you, brother. But so it was all super melodic at first, and then I don't know. I mean, the first song I came out with was super melodic. I guess I just don't think about it. And now that I'm really giving it a thought, like I can rap well, but like I will get like circles wrapped around me by like a lot of people that I know. So it's like I would rather do the thing. Like I enjoy rapping, but I would rather do the thing that I'm just like good at. Like that's my strong suit. I can write melodic shit. I can write a pop hook. You know what I mean? And also now it's like I just genuinely enjoy making pop music so much more than like writing over a hard beat. You know what I mean? I like the final I might like the motions of writing a rap song more, but I love the final product of like making a pop song.
Yeah.
And then as far as my creative process goes, it changes so frequently because when I was doing the same thing, I would notice I would like get stale a lot faster.
Yeah.
And now this past like 5 months, I've really came into myself like creatively and figuring out like the most efficient way for me to do shit and like get the best outcome. So it like changes like literally every time I write. Lately, I've been just writing to no beat at all, which is crazy. It's just all like my voice memos are full. I'll send it to Jake. He's like, yep, keep going with that one. And I'll go crazy. Yeah. I'll go to Jake. He'll turn on a metronome and then I'll just do the whole thing. And then Jake just like goes crazy around it. It's insane. It's a sick process. Jake is fucking talented. Jake, you're fucking talented.
I'm going to give Jake a round of applause, as well as you too, Vinny.
Oh, my God. Another one. 2 so far.
That's a real deconstructed process right there. It sounds like you like make the song before you make the beat and then
right. So I mean, it changes.
Build around it.
Sometimes I have like a folder of Jake, like crazy beats from Jake, or just even like guitar loops, or just like something simple, and it's like I'll catch a vibe over that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like in my car, in my work van, when I'm working, I'll just be like humming. Oh, that's cool. Put some words to it. Or sometimes I'll just like sit at my desk. And I like need my fucking live auto-tune so I can hear where my voice is gonna sit. Like it changes all the time. But yeah, it's like pretty deconstructed now. It's cool.
Do you find being having your engineer, your producer so accessible to you helps the dream get a lot more realistic because you can kind of navigate your sound truly, and it's not as like
Jake. My sound is like so much accredited to Jake. Like I know for a fact I could not be making the music I make without Jake. Like he's like helped me so much in like just learning my voice, or like I don't know, like he'll take something a direction that I would just never expect it. Yeah. And I'm glad. I feel really lucky I've had such like easy access to Jake. You know, like he'll devote everything he has to like just a few artists instead of like spreading himself super thin. Yeah, which is super cool. And then like I'm very grateful for the amount of Jake's time I have. And it also makes me like, damn, I need to get him in his bag. Like, it makes it like, oh, this shit needs to happen. Like, I owe Jake, like, more money than I can think of because he's, like, created my music to, you know. So it's, like, 50-50, to be honest, bro.
That's fire.
It's sick as fuck.
That's fire.
And it's sick, too. Jake is just, like, my best friend.
Yeah. Like, so just going in on it, it makes it a lot better to like know that end result is someone really truly got you like as a person. Right. Like music is like the cherry on top, but it's like he fucks it's with you.
Yeah, dude, like that there's like very few people that I know I can call at any time and like he'll scoop and talk to me. It's like Jake, no fucking question. Like and we can just like, you know, it's cool too. It's like not like we only kick it to make music. It's like I'll just be like, yo, I just got off, I want to go play catch. He's like, yeah, bro, like let's go get food. Like it's just that's my boy.
No, I think that's important for the groovers at home to, you know, I think, man, we're getting close to episode 100. We've been talking about building a good team if you want to chase your dreams.
Right. So important.
If you want to, you know, just remember that, like, we are so built to think within, like, one mindset here. Not here specifically in Washington, but just as people. And when we change we chase after the bigger picture, it's easier with the team, y'all. Like,
and more fun.
Way more fun.
Fuck, dude. I feel like people get very caught up in chasing the dream, myself included, but like, what's the point if you're not having fun?
I ask myself that a lot.
Just have fun.
Personally. But I was curious, did the pandemic change anything about how you either how much you want it more or like did it change anything about the dream or the process?
Nah, I kind of just like stepped it up during the pandemic. I guess maybe I had like more time or something. I don't really know. Yeah. But like during the first months of COVID, something like snapped in my brain and I was like, oh, I can actually sing well. And then the stuff I started writing got crazier. Like, I guess my timeline is all fucked up. I think I might have played my first shows like within COVID. Like I don't know. It didn't affect it in a negative way. Yeah. I was like tripping because everyone else was. I was like, damn, I can't go play shows. And I was like, I'm not even playing shows yet anyway. Yeah. I honestly was like a cool breather. You know, like no one's playing shows. It was like a great time to just like catch up and get on my shit. Like really master what I'm doing. Master songwriting.
No, that's fire.
Instead of like focusing on all the other shit. Honestly, not to sound insensitive, because I know it was so shitty for some people, but I've had a good time during COVID.
I would say the same thing, because COVID is like a weird 50-50, because like COVID kind of birthed this podcast. Like without me and Tavares like trying to figure out, all right, what are we gonna do? And the fucking government just giving so much free money away. I was like, oh, I actually have like, I'm getting a check and I can get this COVID relief, so I can now fund a lot more shit. And like we were able to get more lights and just able to like study the game a lot more.
Right. I feel like everyone got a lot. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, obviously I feel like the three of us are pretty positive about how we view things. Like, and we're definitely like changing our perspective to make it a positive. But I feel like a lot of people were able to like do what they want to do for a little bit because the government's like handing everyone money and I don't know. I think a lot of cool shit happened during COVID.
No, facts.
Although overall, like obviously, shit.
No, yeah. I mean, I was only wanted to note that because I feel like a lot of the artists we talk to have it's one or the other. Like COVID has either like, man, why am I doing this? Or it was like, nah, I'm double downing because I'm so restricted in what I've been able to do.
And I also did see, I'm like, oh, cool. I was able to just like get better at writing songs, but also like I'm pretty sure Dempsey was in the middle of signing like right in the beginning of COVID, and it's like he's back and forth with every label, and then they're like, yeah, our offices are shut down, no one's in the office, everyone's not working. And it's like, fuck. So it's like I saw it like definitely fuck some homies over, but I feel like everything works out how it's supposed to.
Nah, I definitely feel that way.
Man, just to and attest to your songwriting, man. I need on with the up and down remix,
dude. Please, bro. I love that song. I wrote that song me and Jake have been sitting on that. I think that was the first song me and Jake made like during COVID. We made that shit so long ago, and I've just been sitting on it, which I've learned that's so dumb. I should not be so precious about my songs. That's the biggest change I've made this year. I have like, dude, I'll show you guys some shit later, but I have like so many fucking songs, and I went an entire year last year without putting anything out, and I look back and I'm like why?
And then you started dropping.
Right. I'm trying to go crazy this year.
2022 came around the corner and you...
Right. I was like, I'm 23 now. It's like I'm 5 years off from my parents being disappointed. Me and my choices, so let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah. We gotta
and it's like it's such a vicious thing too. I won't put out songs and then like give it 6 months. I'm like, these fucking suck. And then Jake is like, cool, I put so many hours, and so did you, into these songs, and now they're just like collecting dust, and I'm like, I don't want to put them out. He's like, what the fuck?
I feel like a lot of producers / engineers out there, if they were listening, they could definitely feel how Jake be feeling.
Sorry, Jake.
The same thing happens with me, like Corey is one of the main people in my circle that is like, don't hold on to the music.
Right.
Yes.
Just let it go.
Right. You'll always make another song, dude.
Put it out in that air, whether or not it's not there to be judged, but like,
don't give a fuck about how many streams it gets. Don't be precious about it. Just like create because you want to create.
Yeah. And I feel like once you, I feel like certain things about like, there's two elements to it. I feel like if it's for something, it's okay to sit on.
Right.
But if it's like a creative thought and it's like great music, drop it. Because like the worst case scenario, you got the feedback that you wanted from it, and you got that energy.
Like, really, what is the worst case scenario? You put a song out and your peers are like, this is whack.
Yeah.
And you're like, I thought it was good.
I'll make another one.
That's it. That's like the worst it can go.
Yeah. And I just feel like
unless you have a big fan base and they're like, wow, this sucks, but then they're also like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Like that doesn't happen. Maybe.
No, you got to make back.
Because there's a whole other half of your fan base is like, no, I love this.
Right.
You got to make back to back.
Whoa, I need.
It's got to be like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I'm very forgiving with an artist. I'll give them like 5. If the 5th one is ass, I'm like, okay, dude.
Or if the whole album.
But then I'm not like fuck this artist. I'm like, no, I'll just listen to the one.
Yeah, maybe your next shit is my shit. Or like, I mean, I even feel like that is such like a hard judgment on an artist to just be like, man, like as like a large scape of like, oh, you can never do it again. I felt like I suffered from that with Kendrick specifically, just to just name an artist, because I didn't love Damn, and then I didn't love his absence, and it was like for me it was like The Last Airbender. If I was compared to something like that's crazy. He was like, he was like doing so much shit and just so much, just commenting on just like socialness and just like, and for like the world to implode over like twice, like, being that like the last album was right before Trump and then no comments in there, and then no comments during the pandemic. I felt like as an artist that's so prolific, it was kind of disconnecting.
Yeah.
Just because that's what he's been so known for, and just speak, even if it's not even.
It's like felt like left out to dry a little bit.
Yeah, like, and I was just very much like, you are an artist that always comments on things, even if it's in like I is one of those songs where he was just talking about gang violence in LA.
Right.
But it was like a moment where it was just like, I'm going to speak to something. There may be more music to go with it. There may not be, but like, I'm just going to comment on things. So I felt like I've had to retrain my brain to not dismiss an artist just because their last body of work wasn't for me.
Right.
But I die on this hill just because it fucks with people, and it's hilarious to just be like, I'm kind of cool off Kendrick, and everyone loses their shit.
What the fuck?
How'd you feel about his last projects?
I didn't like Damn. The one he just dropped is amazing.
Right.
I feel like he had something to say again.
Yeah. I think it's I tried to look at it too, like listen to it as like a whole, like what he created, what he's saying, and then listen to it and just from a sense of like listenability. Yeah. I feel like that'll give you very different results. Like if you're just trying to like listen to music, it's like I'm not gonna be in the car with the homies with the windows down and play the song where he's fighting with his girl.
Yeah,
you know
that's,
I mean?
that's tough.
Yeah, but it's still like it's a very cool body of work.
Yeah, and
it's like art.
Yes, and that song specifically, that song was crazy, just as like almost an interlude, but not an interlude.
Right, and like as a concept, that's insane.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine being in the studio and being like, you know what we should do?
Argue, but like musically argue.
Musically argue and like have some fucking bars in there.
Yeah,
like,
and it was just like
very cool that his brain works like that.
Nah, I thought that was like a great structure. How do you feel about writing for artists and like having the task of speaking through someone else's voice?
I think it's sick, honestly. I think there's looking at it from a fiscal perspective, it's like sick. Yeah. It's just like a bag. And you can go do that and write for 100 artists and just like get a little bit of everything. Yeah. And then there's also like, it's cool that if you can write something that's like sick and like potent and like specific, but also broad enough that like someone else can take it and like, oh, I felt that, and their fans can apply it to their lives. Like that's super fucking cool. I think it's all around a good thing. I haven't gotten any like huge placements or anything yet, but then like I can only imagine you write something as someone that's an artist of their own, and then it's like on some Billboard shit. I wonder if you'd be like, fuck, I wish I held on to that one. But it's like, I don't know, I wouldn't have the label behind me to push it. Yeah. And also like my pockets still look better. So it's like, I think it's sick. I think it's really fun, and it's cool that I've gotten the opportunity to do more of that lately. Yeah. So
that's fine.
Yeah, I think songwriting is tight, especially too because I just enjoy writing songs so much. It's like, a lot of the time of my other creative homies, I'll be like, if money wasn't a thing, like if everyone got set salary monthly and a place to live and you could do whatever you wanted, like, would you still take pictures? Would you still draw? I'm like, I would still probably sit here and write songs, like maybe a little less, but I would definitely like still want to just do this. It's like the most fun I have. Yeah. So getting to do it and potentially make money in any way is fun. Like no matter who I'm writing for, it's cool. And it's healthy for my own artistry to be able to step into someone else's shoes, especially when it's like so-and-so hits us and they're like, hey, this artist is looking for writers for this album, submit by this deadline. It's like, oh, cool, I get to step in a whole new perspective. It's just like working out your writing muscle like in a way you wouldn't even think of.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, it's super fucking sick.
Hell yeah. Do you need the...
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we started rolling, we were talking about you taking that next step and that kind of leap. What... outside of like your brother living there, like what makes you ready to take that like that jumping off that cliff moment?
Man, I just feel like it's just time. I feel like I've like not ran my course in Seattle, but it's like for the direction I'm going, I don't really feel like I need to be here. Yeah, I feel like the people who fuck with me in the city are gonna fuck with me and continue to fuck with me, and I feel like I've thought about it a lot. I feel like in the day and age that I'm coming up, it's like so much less physical groundwork where I'm out like shaking hands and shit. It's like so much of it's done on the internet. And then like you were saying about songwriting, it's like the opportunities are just going to pop up more and more and more. And I can go be in this session, be in this session, be in this session. And it's not like, yo, you want to come work? Like, can you fly out tomorrow? And I'm like, once again, like I'm a civilian, I have a job. You know, I cannot do that. I can come on the weekend. They're like, no, So it's like just being out there and having access to those things, like, and also just getting a new like lifestyle, getting inspired by new things. It's like I don't feel it's like kind of bad, and I shouldn't get in the habit of like I'm not inspired here, peace. But it's like, you know, I've been here my entire life, and also I am just genuinely so much happier when I'm out there. Like, I've went out there like in the summer times. I lived in like a TikTok house for multiple months, and it's like now those people are like good friends of mine, and just like living in the sun for 3 months. I'm like, oh,
I need more.
This is lit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just like, and also obviously like my brother is like that's my best friend in the world, and I'm like, damn, I fucking miss my brother. Yeah, and I was at his crib. I was just there like maybe last week over the weekend, and I was like, damn, if I live here, I can just like come over for dinner. Yeah, that's crazy to think about. So that alone, and also I'm here. I work 50 hours a week and write songs after work, and then I do the same thing on the weekend. So I'm like, why don't I just go do this somewhere where I will probably get more vitamin D and just be happy? Yeah. Like, as simple as that. And I have, like, a good group of homies that are like, yeah, we're down, that are also creative. And I'm like, I've never lived with more than one person. Like, I'm ready to try living in a house with people. Like, I just want to go experience some new shit. Yeah. I feel like, worst case, I'm 23. Shit goes really south. I'll come home.
Yeah. There's always home. So right. I always believe in, like, as I always tell Tavares, it's like jumping off the cliff. Like you shouldn't always, but you should always be prepared to find a new cliff and jump off of it to have that. Like, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, but I know.
Yeah, part of me, right. I have no clue, but like, I'll be straight. I'm gonna go. Like, I'm a fucking hard worker. I'm gonna go work my ass off and pay my rent monthly and figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, fuck it. I'm doing the same shit here, bro. So I might as well just go there. Like, it'll be sick, man. I'm excited.
Thanks. What would
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Another clap.
Yeah.
I'm rocking them up,
bro. We throwing them,
dude. I love it.
I was gonna ask, what was it like living in like a TikTok house, like a
dude? It was so fun.
Yeah.
You would think these TikTok kids are just like assholes. They're just like kids my age or younger with like so much money for like no reason. Yeah. You know, it's like, but they're all understand. They're just like, oh yeah, we're normal people and we just like got a stroke of luck and got popping on this app. Yeah. They're all like cool as fuck. All the people I lived with, I don't think I met a single TikToker that was like rude.
Oh, that's fine.
And I was meeting like it's a weird environment. And it's very irresponsible. This was happening during COVID, but they would just throw like giant functions, and it's every night. It's like, oh, we're at this house tonight. Everyone just like slides, and it's like all the like I hung out with like Dixie D'Amelio and like Addison Rae, and they're just like normal people. Yeah, it's like it was super fucking fun and also very eye opening, and like motivating too. I'm like, oh, cool, you guys are my age and like chilling.
Yeah,
like, you guys pay. Now they live in like this apartment complex, and they're all paying like $8 a month for rent and chilling. I'm like, damn, I pay like 14, and sometimes I'd be like, oh, I'm like, I'm stealing groceries this week.
Exactly.
So I'm like, it's cool to see. It's like, yeah, and it's just like it's cool to be around them all because they be having fun and partying and shit, but that's like not like they be working their asses off too.
It's nice to get that other side of like you can grind your ass off on the internet and still enjoy the fruits of your labor,
right?
And both can be beneficial to like what you're doing and why you're in the space.
It's so sick, dude. I met so many cool people and like they're all so welcoming. Like you go into that environment. I just got like I went down to meet with like a label and I was like gonna stay at my brother's house, and a friend of a friend was for whatever reason kind enough to be like, you want to come stay here? Yeah. I was like, sure. And so I go into this house. They're already there. They'd been living there. I don't know any of them. And I'm like, have my suitcase. I'm like, what the fuck am I walking into? I pull up to this giant house, and I'm like, what the fuck? And
you might be on a show.
Dude, I walk in, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then they're all just so nice. I'm like, what the fuck? You want something to drink, bro? I'm like, oh, sick. Yeah. It was fucking tight. I love all those kids that I lived with. Like,
oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's awesome because, you know, there is kind of a blemish on the community at least, or like how people perceive like TikTokers.
Right. Like, and I'm like not above thinking that. I was like on the same shit. Yeah. I was like, these kids are gonna fucking suck.
Dude, I didn't have the app like 2 years, or I was always against the app. I was like, TikTok's lame.
I'm still against the app, but
really?
Like, I didn't get Vine. I'm not getting TikTok.
You get Vine?
No.
Why?
Because everything funny made it to Twitter.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
You think everything funny?
Everything truly hilarious was
bro.
tweeted.
My sense of humor is like not funny. I'd be crying laughing, and so does my brother over like TikToks that truly don't mean. My brother will just send me like a TikTok that's just like distorted emojis and like a sound, and he will think it's the fun. I'm like, what did you fucking send me? So on Vine though, there's some goodies like that, dude.
See, but I don't know. I was like, I'm so pro YouTube and like long form anything.
I have the attention span of an ant.
See,
no, an ant be grinding. I'd have the attention span of like a fish.
Ants do be grinding.
Small attention span. TikTok definitely had something to do with that though. No, Vine did.
Vine
when I stopped watching YouTube videos and I was like, 7 seconds. Perfect. Like I can just move on to the next thing. My roommate loves movies. I do not remember the last time. Maybe 5 years ago, the last time I watched a movie.
Last time I love movies. If I figure out the whole plot in the trailer, I can't watch the movie. Like,
really?
Yeah, if I like,
you're like, yeah, I see where that's going.
Yeah, if you show me. Like, if I make it, like, to the end of the movie, basically, and I'm like, okay, you gave me a little bit of this. I'm like, I can kind of figure out what could have went wrong here.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of giving me the second part of, like, what went wrong here. I'm like, all right, this is...
You're like, stop.
Exactly. Like, I love movies when it's just, like, maybe it's, like, a car crash, and it's just, like, coming soon, or just, like, or just the title.
Yeah, what's that crash about?
Like, what the fuck? Yeah,
okay.
like...
Or get some
like
popcorn and see what that's about.
I'm gonna see this.
I think the last movie I saw was Parasite. That was hella long ago. Hey, I fucked with Parasite.
But though. Parasite is one of those movies where it's like,
which is crazy because I'm like, I don't like movies, but like Parasite is such a slow burn,
slow as fuck,
crazy.
I feel like
you watch cinema right there.
Yeah,
dude, right.
You don't.
I think it's because I was on tour and
cinema.
there was nothing else to do, and I was like, okay,
Parasite it is
right. But hey, maybe I need to go see more movies.
I feel like movies are. I don't know. I just love. I love it if you can distract me long enough for me to invest in like this fairy tale.
Right. Yeah, that's a cool.
I love it, but like lately I've only like. That's why I always watch trailers because like that the whole scope of just like you save them here. Oh, what could have happened? And then you see the building falling 6 times. I'm like, okay,
what the fuck?
You probably saved. This is the literally the next scene or 2 scenes later. So like, I'm always in a search for a good movie, but I only find really bad movies or really sad movies.
I see. I can't do a sad movie.
Oh, I got some shit that will crush you,
dude. I cannot watch a sad movie. I don't know.
Do you cry?
I'm so tough. I cry so tough.
I cried.
That's literally
ugly.
twin.
I don't cry.
Ugly. Dude, I cry.
When a movie captures me, it's over.
Dude,
Rivers, you're gonna see.
I cry over a lot, dude.
You might see my nose run,
dude. Bro,
if it's that crucial, it's that.
Are you cry during Coco?
Oh, for surely.
A
Coco,
a Pixar movie.
Grandma,
would make me cry
grandma
tough.
reminded me of my grandmother. Ooh. Bro, that one hit me tough. I was all like, and I play music, and he wasn't trying to shine shoes, bro. He was just make shoes, bro. Fuck no, man. I'm trying to make music. I feel you, buddy. I feel you, brother.
I cried during Detective Pikachu.
Hey, that part.
I don't remember. Something about it got me. I've never admitted that to anything. I was in the theater with the homie and I was like, dude, that shit got. Dude, I'll cry over any movie. Something about the setting of being in a theater gets the waterworks for some reason, dude.
It's that emotion.
Dude, I guess. I'll cry at a TikTok. I'll cry at anything, dude. Yeah. So I feel enough emotion as is. I don't want to. I'll come out. My roommate will be watching a movie and I'll be cooking and it's like getting sad and I'm like, I gotta turn around. Like, let me bury my face in the oven for a second. I'm like, God damn it, dude.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, with the development of technology and how our music industry is moving, does that develop or does that have any influence developing your music you got going on right now, or are you just in a constant flow with just making music?
I don't know. I try not to think about it too much, dude, especially not when I'm creating. I try to like not think about anything other than just like focusing on making the song, like not where it's going to go or how it's going to be taken in or like anything like that. So I really don't think about it, but I probably should, just for the sense of like, I don't know, just to be on my toes.
Yeah.
I really don't like, Speaking of like technology and shit, thinking about like metaverse concerts and shit like that is a sad thought to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm like, dude.
Nah, I read Ready Player One.
Yeah, and that Ready Player One is dangerous. Gamer. But also, I don't want to you can never take live music away from me as a person.
No way.
Or
that's like the best thing ever. I cry at every concert I go to. I saw Remy Wolf yesterday and was tearing up. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
At a UW show. Oh man. Hella college kids around me and I'm like,
thug tear. You just gotta let one side go.
Singular thug tear, bro. Dude.
I feel like the raw emotion that is shared on stage and just the strangers in the show, just those are things you tell your kids. Like,
right.
Like people are like 60-year-olds are still telling us about Rolling Stone concerts.
Right.
People are still going on about these just historic moments that you don't. Sometimes reliving things like through like video is not as good as when you were there.
Dude. No, watching a video of a concert is like
there's never.
It's only like 50% as cool as it was.
Yeah.
I watched the beginning of Tyler the Creator playing at Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
And it was like so fucking compelling. I was like, this is insane. And then I was like, that must have been fucking crazy to see in person.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things can be replaced by technology, if not done better, just replaced at the same level. But like some like live music, like, there's no way.
No.
There's no way.
Because I don't know. You can't replace like you and 60, 70,000, like whatever amount of strangers, like all singing the same shit. And
right.
That like,
and it's not even, and it's like not about the music or like how it sounds. It's like the energy cannot be replaced.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know very many artists that you go and you're like, wow, that sounded better live than in my headphones. But it's like, it's just like the experience as a whole is like truly irreplaceable.
Yeah. Even if it's terrible, it's still like,
dude, right. You can go see someone that would be ass and you just had a great time.
Yeah.
Like, crazy. God, a metaverse concert is a crazy, crazy thought.
No, I'm not with the metaverse. I mean, like,
the homies have, the dudes I used to make music with when I was talking about the SoundCloud era, they're doing their Dougie and like the fucking, I don't know what the term is for it, but like they had a concert, they made an NFT project, and like to get it off the ground, they did like a Minecraft concert, and they had like 1,000 people in a Minecraft server, and then like they were like performing in Minecraft, which is like
yes, sir.
Fucking crazy,
that's
dude.
It. See, like I feel like those are the moments where it's like, that's insane, but also like I would love to just see it in person.
I would much rather have like a fourth of those people in a room.
Yeah, and just like,
but
getting that, seeing what I'm doing received very well in person. That's why I'm always
received at all in person.
Yeah,
like
you.
The Minecraft concert's a fucking crazy thought, dude. That's crazy.
And just have the pickaxe and shit,
dude. Right? They were like,
yes, sir. Diamond pickaxe.
They made like an edit of it, like it was like show footage.
Yeah,
people. It was like screen recording, and everyone was like jumping around in Minecraft, and I was like, that's insane. And people were like, this was a fucking movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Go outside.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a movie.
That was a movie, dude. Like
a cartoon.
That's an actual tweet I saw. This was a movie and like a screen recording of people jumping in Minecraft.
That's insane.
Not to take that experience away. Maybe it was a movie. I didn't go. It could have been a movie.
I don't know. I'm in my 20s and I'm like living this existence in real life, but I want this like the 90s like realism. Like that's I mean, like I want the early 2000s realism where you just like you fought people over your shoes. You disagreed in person and it wasn't like.
Yeah, we grew up in a crazy era.
It's so weird to go from like.
You guys are a little bit older than me too, so you guys like experienced more of that.
Yeah,
and then you saw like. Now it's like internet beef type shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like grew up with a phone in my hand immediately, so I don't really know like, you know, the life before this. You know what I mean?
I mean,
obviously I have older brothers, so I know, but it's like I never felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something that I'm like, it's one of those moments that's like irreplaceable of having to pass notes, for example, and like not trying to get
crazy. I was texting like crazy. You guys passed notes in school?
Yeah, definitely passed the notes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, you're making me feel old.
No,
it's good. It's like
grab a piece of paper, you know, start it off. I'm out.
I had to explain to Young Wolf what a floppy disk was on the pod. So
that's crazy.
So it's good.
I imagine myself without older siblings. I'm like, I would need to know what a floppy disk is. I would have no clue. It's crazy.
I feel like growing up with like so much old technology and then seeing how in the like by the time you're a real adult that it's like so fucking far ahead to like,
imagine when we're 50 or like old, we're fucked.
No, yeah, I'm cool. Like the kids can have it. I hope to figure it out enough. Books. No, I'm not gonna be phoneless, but like I hope to make enough money where that shit don't matter. Like I can literally just live life.
Be chilling.
Yeah, like my money. Like I don't have to know what's going on.
Right.
Like whatever we're doing and like living is the experience, and I hop on my phone for like business, but I'm not. I hope to one day not to have to be absorbed by the nuance of day to day, and I can just live day to day.
Yeah, you could just like enjoy yourself and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish sometimes I didn't. I'm like very happy that I grew up in the phone era. I love my phone and like.
Oh yeah, I'm still grateful.
Right. But to be real, I was firing off pictures of my dick in like 8th grade. That's crazy to think about. There's pictures of my meat just floating around. Like I was not thinking of the consequences, bro.
It's okay.
That was the exploding era because that's what everyone had the same.
I said something crazy. I can't even say it on there.
Everyone had the same thought.
I do find solace in the fact that everyone probably feels that way.
No, yeah, like
who wasn't firing off dick pics.
You go back to
in
like
7th grade.
Like, oh, you could do that? I don't have to do it on the phone anymore?
Dude, were you having phone sex?
Oh, damn, tough.
Fire. That's crazy. I can't imagine.
Was I?
On the house phone?
Were you on a house? Were you had phone on a house? Or house sex on a home phone? Phone sex on a house phone?
Or were you...
I don't think...
Are you the type of kid who had to use mom's phone to text shawty, so you had to always delete your shit?
Wow.
Because that's a different,
surely.
I wish I was in you right now. Delete.
That's
crazy, bro.
Here you go, mom.
Damn, mom.
Damn, that's crazy.
I wish I was in you right now.
Hey,
delete. Don't text back.
Yeah,
exactly.
I gotta get mom back her phone.
Yeah.
Don't hit me back on this one. I'll see you at school
tomorrow. We
tomorrow.
couldn't be too light with the minutes. We had to pay for the minutes.
Dude, so, when I was on house arrest, I was dating a girl, and my parents took my phone away as they should, or my dad did. And I was using his phone, so I did kind of experience that.
Yeah,
when
you gotta like.
I was like, let me text for like 10 minutes. He's like, cool, and I'm just like, so horny. I'm so horny, and then I had to delete everything. Don't fucking text back. Here, pops.
There you go. Yeah. It's cool.
I just said, what's up?
Yeah. If she hits you back, don't look at it.
Yeah.
don't read it.
Crazy.
Brothers, friends, do you?
We're not truly at the or. Never mind. Just think about the dead air.
Oh yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to ask Vinnie about his sense of style. Like you dress.
Oh, sick.
I've
never been on podcasts where they ask. I feel recognized.
No, you can.
I be getting fits off.
Yeah,
come on. Yes. Thank you.
Like
I've always fucking loved clothes, dude. Since I was like a little fella. There's pictures of me attempting to get fits off when I was younger. It's definitely 1,000,000% accredited to my brothers.
Yeah.
Like they were always on, even I can remember them wearing like early like 2000s Babe. Like I have the crazy hand-me-down that came from my oldest brother to Ryan to me. It's like an old Babe Cause hoodie.
Oh,
like
fire.
It's like the pink joint with like the little Cause dudes all over it in the Babe camo. Like it's fucking crazy. So I just remember watching them get fits off, like wearing Artful Dodger jeans, and my oldest brother had like Avisus, and like they were both sneakerheads, so it's like inevitable. By the time I could think for myself, I'm like, I want a pair of fucking infrared 6s right now, like all the time. And then there was definitely, I think when I started to steer away from like everything my older brothers likes is the coolest thing, maybe like Tumblr era or like maybe like Twitter era was like Lucas Sabat and like Ass Pizza and dudes like that.
Yeah.
I'm following shit like that. I'm keeping up, and that's when I'm like, oh shit, like New York exists, like that's fucking crazy. And I'm like, every Supreme drop, I'm just like looking, or I'll order like the cheapest thing. So I'm like, I'll get a box logo sticker if I order this fucking box of matches. Like crazy shit. I've always fucking loved clothes. Like I think Tumblr too. I was always going through like fashion Tumblrs and shit. And then my jobs I worked always have been retail. And then I think I started to like elevate shit I was wearing more. I started working at like Nordstrom, and I had like I was getting discounts on designer pieces and shit. And like, I don't work there anymore. I was stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked up at like a boof ass Nordstrom. I worked at one of the Alderwood Mall, so we weren't getting fire pieces, but someone would like return a Subi sweater, and I'm like,
this is mine.
This is my size.
This will never make it back to the
for certain coming home. Like, no question.
Why?
Yeah. So I think clothes are a sick way to express yourself, and I think it's cool too, being like a big dude and still getting fits off. I've people have told me, they're like, I didn't think I could dress like that, and like I see you do it. I'm like, yeah, dude. I think it's a sick way to express yourself, and like something we can bond over. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I just think clothes are fucking tight. If I was not doing music, I would absolutely do something fashion. Like I'm working on merch right now too. It's like that shit's all crazy. It's like I fucking love clothes so much.
No, that's fucking amazing. No, I was looking through, like, as I said earlier, like your sense of expression like reads through your IG, but that was
Sick.
one thing I like noticed, like you were getting fits off.
Thank you, bro.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna like steal these looks and like these stylings.
Fire.
Just because like I feel like your portions are like perfect.
Dude, that's the best compliment. That's my favorite compliment I've ever received, because I focus so hard on my proportions.
Yeah.
Dude. Do you know about the rule of thirds?
Yes.
Dude, I recently found out about it.
A lot of times.
Crazy, dude. Like, that's life changing. You're changing how you look in everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I've recently been like experimenting with like new silhouettes and shit. And like fashion's always changing. And like I think now I'm less in a place where I'm like, I just want whatever like is hype right now, and I'm like finding out what I actually like.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see too. It's cool seeing like, oh, the shit that I liked when I was in 8th grade, like I just got a pair of up tempos I just ordered, and I was like, I had these in 6th grade, and then I thought they were so whack, and now I'm like, those are fucking hard.
Exactly.
It's like cool. It's
comes
cool.
back around.
Yeah, dude, it's cool. It's a cool way to like, I don't know. It's cool seeing what you really like, and like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I love mixing different shit too, and like I really enjoy going on Grailed and just like fucking digging and hunting and lowballing people. Like, I love everything about it, bro.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, it's super sick.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, thank you. See, I was going to ask for it, but
Oh my God. Dude, I love it. I just found I saw someone wearing, they're like these Rick Owens boots. I know I'm not going to get them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen them. They're like this tall, and they're like puffy. They're like a puffer boot.
Yeah.
And they have like 900 laces all the way up them. Dude,
Yes.
Coolest shit I've ever seen. And I was like, I'm going to find a pair. And I looked on Grilled, and they're like 3 racks. I was like, I'm okay. Never mind.
Come back. I'll come back to you.
Give me 5.
You know, I'm gonna get this deal done.
By the time I have the money for that, I'm gonna be like,
what the fuck?
yeah, what?
Rick, I
Yeah,
like these. Can I get them?
I'll wear them once. That's the thing. I don't buy like crazy pieces anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've really gone like put all my eggs in the basket of like a Montclair, and I'm like 2 weeks later, I'm like, this is fucking lame.
Yeah.
I have like a pair of Balenciagas that I'm like,
I don't even wear them no more.
that's not cool. Yeah. Oh, I saw this on Instagram and liked it clearly, and like, yeah, clothes are sick.
I was gonna ask about specifically your cover arts and how they're always in motion. Well, the last few, I think this year have been very much like motion driven or motion involved.
They're boring, and I'm like, something needs to change. I'm like,
Really?
Dom, Gaussian blur. No, it does add like a cool element to it. But I've made a couple. I enjoy sitting on Photoshop and like making shit, and I do a lot on my phone too.
Yeah.
But I've made a couple cover arts this year myself. But it's always me and my photographer, and like he does a lot of visual stuff, Dom Dodd.
Yeah.
He's fucking sick. But yeah, I really, really enjoy, almost as much as I enjoy making the song, I love making like content or like media for a song.
Yeah.
But I think it's super fun. I think cover art's important as fuck.
No facts.
Especially for me. Like when I want new music, I'll go in like the Glow playlist on Apple Music, and I'm like, which cover art looks cool? Which is definitely like not proven anything. Like,
Yeah.
definitely mostly clicked on whack songs. But I think it's important, and I think it's important for everything to be like cohesive and
facts.
like consistent, but like not the same thing, you know? But I think it's fun doing, and I'm glad my cover arts are appreciated.
No.
Because I feel like it's better than a lot of the ones that I'd be seeing.
No fact.
I'll see what the, like, not the homies, but I'll see some like just people I know. I'm like,
you gotta put time and energy into
yeah. I'm like, I could have done that. I could have done you one better than that, dude. I think it's cool to be able to do shit on your own too. I think not even for the sense of like I don't want to be sharing my shit with anybody, because it's like anyone who's like wanting to help like is, and especially if they're actually the homie, is going to put their best foot forward. But for the sake of being able to like give my input correctly, creatively, like I've taken time this year to learn more on Ableton and learn more about like mixing vocals and shit, and like just learn the verbiage to be able, like, when I'm in the studio, be like, Jake, do this and this and say it correctly, and he knows what I'm doing. Or I can be like, hey, Dom, let's do this and this and this. And, like, I can grab the computer and, like, you know, be able to put my foot into the shit. And, like, I don't know. I feel like there's something to be said about giving a fuck enough about your craft to be able to, like, bring your best self to the table in every aspect of it. Like, I want to be able to do the best I can helping producing, do the best I can writing it, do the best I can with cover art, like, I've shot some, like, video promo myself. I'm like, I think Dom had, like, COVID or something, and I was like, leave your camera outside. I'm gonna come grab it.
Yeah.
It's also good for that. Like, I won't ever be, like, left out to dry.
Yeah.
If one day Dom was like, fuck yourself, I could be like,
I'm gonna buy a camera. I can figure it out.
Like, obviously not as good.
No, but
at all. And obviously Dom wouldn't do that. Hopefully, Dom. But also, but yeah, also it's like, you know, it's good to be able to say what you want to happen and like have it executed and not sound like an idiot and like have to work around it. You know what I mean?
No, facts. And not like pitch something too crazy and you're like, oh, I think I should be like flying in this. And
yeah,
then,
and he's like, I can't fucking do that. Yeah, bro, and I do this.
Like, I guess.
Yeah, I'll try.
I'm gonna get in my Duffy real quick.
Say less.
Sure.
I'm so glad I just got a compliment on the fits, dude. I be trying.
Nah,
I be getting hate on TikTok.
Dude.
Someone was like, your fucking jorts are whack. Someone just commented on my TikTok the other day. Fat. I was like, you think I don't know?
Ready to.
Also, I gotta
stick up. I gotta be in those comments sticking up for my brothers.
Dude, I seen that. I was like, yeah,
like, man, they be doing it to Maven. They be
Maven. I'm like, damn, I would not be able to take.
Bro, and
Maven
he has legendary like Nuki fits, dude, bro. Those are
Maven goes crazy, bro.
The ensemble, so it truly is. It's hilarious too, because bro, Vinnie got a fit off. Oh my goodness.
Talk to him. The jorts one?
The jorts.
The jorts went crazy. And I truly work a blue collar job and buy Carhartt double knees to work in, and it was hot and I cut them. And someone was like, he even tried to make up a little story out of, I was like, I'm not lying. Like, also that like, I'm not gassing myself. That's not a glorious lie. I was like, yeah, it was fucking hot, and I just worked 15 hours.
And I cut my fucking... Yeah. Also, fuck you.
Yeah, literally. Like,
get your swag up.
Yeah, you don't have any videos up, bitch.
Exactly. You watch my shit to hate.
For real. People love hating on TikTok.
See, that's, again, I think that I would be...
It's a negative space.
But I would be in the comments and like, I got time today, Jerry from Minnesota. I got time
all the time.
Literally. Yeah, like
literally on the internet that I pay for.
House of Ours be on Twitter and Facebook. I would be in the TikTok comments going, "Hey, you bitch!"
Yeah, dude, going crazy.
Corey will have his own content talking about, "Hey, we didn't hunt bro down, but." You know, we found what he looked like. He's over here behind the cam, like
right.
We're on his noodle.
I would just post all my TikToks with all the beefs. I would be like, find their VPNs and just the next TikTok is me in your city, just like posting in front of your house.
Like, what's good?
Hey, this is where this bitch lives.
Yeah, literally, just like doxing people like a federal crime.
Hey, I'm outside.
Yeah, hey,
quite literally.
You had something to say about the shorts? I brought you some, bitch.
Yeah,
put them on.
You come get them.
Can we just talk about what you said?
Yeah.
Put the jorts on.
I'm just trying to chat.
We definitely just trying to chat.
I have a gnarly habit. Sometimes I just get on hater time and I be just duetting people on TikTok, just laughing at them.
Exactly. Nah.
And then I'm like, the next morning I'll go to bed. I'm like, that was hilarious. And I wake up, I'm like, that was mean. Like, why did I do that?
I had time today. You
just gotta let it out.
You know, see, I'm
a nice most of the time.
I don't know.
Get it out. You know what I mean?
I feel like. I don't know. I feel like
if you can't handle the heat, stay out the kitchen. Don't post the TikTok if you're not ready for me to duet you laughing at you.
You know, and don't be in my car. Like, I feel like that gives me free range.
Response, right? Like, I don't choose to go out and leave a hurtful TikTok comment.
Don't look at me like that when you say it. You know? Like, I don't do what Vinnie does.
No. Oh, it's beyond like. You don't want to see my comments.
You go crazy on the book?
On anything.
I guarantee
social media gets
Facebook is fucking crazy.
150% cut Tavares.
Tavares has been.
If I can type out my thought, I'm sending it.
Literally,
it's bad.
Once a month, Tavares will tell me, "Bro, I can't get on Facebook no more."
Dude,
I'd be like,
the
"Why?"
bans?
He's like,
"Oh yeah, because I be calling people stupid white crackers and white bitches and a lot of like."
Dude, if you be calling people cracker in the comments, Facebook, they like punishing you. I'm like, really?
It's a good word.
It's great. Also, like, if you're white and you're truly hurt by being called a cracker,
that's on you.
What the fuck?
You gotta deal with that.
Yeah, if that's the biggest fish you have to fry, bitch.
Exactly.
But that's like I and to keep this light and sweet, you know, I categorize, you know, crackers as people I don't fuck with, and like, you know, then there's just white people, you know? the cool white people,
right? There is cool
white.
white people,
and then like, facts.
And you're white, you're a cracker.
Right.
If you're a cracker, I'm dogging you.
Right, right.
Because they know too.
There's definitely a difference. Yeah, know which one I mean. Yeah,
you're a cracker.
Ours is on your ass.
Why? you swing that shit. It's crazy.
You be going on Facebook like that?
Oh, definitely. I be doing bids on Facebook.
Wow.
I feel like he's only on Facebook to like be in the comments.
Really,
I kind of feel that.
You know, really, it's I'm in Cairo 7 and come on. And like King 5, and I'm talking to the pasty, racist ass white people from Washington. It's like, how dare you come to the Pacific Northwest, this amazing native ancestral land, and you have the right to, or you think you have the right to say
anything.
Say anything.
Say anything.
Spit on the immigrants that make the fucking state amazing. Anyways, long story short, I'm on their ass, and they never had someone who's been.
You deserve a clap for that.
You're a
for
dumbass
sure. Clap
bitch.
for yourself for getting not. Come on.
I will thank you.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like crazy people with opinions that back it up with hate and like, you know,
Facebook
ignorance.
is a hateful place.
All facts.
So they think they can roam these streets free without being talked to. Like,
nope.
I've never had someone speak to me in this way. Yeah, you're gonna get it today.
Yeah.
Like, and you'll get it in your face because
right.
I've been in situations where the latter happens and I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you about your whole life. But that's a very long story.
We can go on that forever.
That's Siva in these streets when he's on the buses and shit. Did want to ask you, man, do we have things that you want to leave off your viewers, your listeners, your friends and family?
Dude.
A little ism before we go out.
Album coming. Plenty more singles this year. Album's not coming for a minute, but the album is being made right now. My first album.
Okay.
I made an entire other album and I scrapped it because I didn't love it. So this album is going to be incredible. Me and Jake are making some sick shit. I'm working with new people. I'm very excited. To anyone listening that's a young creative or a creative at all, if I have any advice for you, which take it with a grain of salt, I'm fucking nobody, but just have fun. Try not to separate yourself from outcomes, separate yourself from results. Just have fun. Fucking create shit. If you're a young person wanting to get started, jump off the cliff. To my friends and family watching, I fucking love all you guys. Thank you for supporting me, believing me. Thank you guys for having me. Once again, I felt when you guys hit me, I was like, oh, okay, I might be a little somebody now. Come on. So that's tight. But yeah, any young creatives, just fucking do what you want to do and have fun. That's all. That's why I'm living my life right now, and I love it. Be abundant. Live in abundance. Live in your purpose. Do your thug thizzle.
Come on.
Simply put.
Come on.
Right. Words to live by.
Sorry, I had a little simmer for you guys real quick. KWJT, you've been grooving with the South, man. We got Vinnie. We got Corey. And you also got Tavares.
All three.